Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm LSD, and I'm here with my homeboy Eggs.
What's up?
And we're too faded to play. Podcasts about drinking and playing video games.
Oh yeah, our two favorite things.
Yeah, especially today. So, we shot episode 10, man. We on 11 now, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, we still cranking them out.
Firmly in double digits.
Finally, man. So
should we do something for episode like 21 just because we're a drinking podcast? Episode 20 be like age 21, you can drink in America, like we should think of something for that.
That actually sounds pretty good. I think I want to do what was you just telling me about paint can.
You want to do paint can on episode 21?
Paint can seems something the 21-year-old would do.
Something a dumb new drinker would do, yeah.
Yeah, so episode 21, we're going to do paint can.
Paint can, all right.
All right.
Cool.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this podcast. What we drinking on today?
Well, we got another Against the Grain.
Yes.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, since we like Against the Grain, they haven't let us down yet.
Yeah, not yet. This is a German-style lager.
Yes, Oktoberfest. There we go. Check it out. You notice that the buildings are upside down.
Yeah.
You probably got to get drunk to see them right side up.
5.6.
Okay, there we go. 5.6. What's that saying in the back? I can't really see that.
Nobody comes between ATG. What's that supposed to mean?
I have no idea.
Oh, Against the Grain. And a party, and the partiest party of all parties is Oktoberfest. Okay, I'm going to retry that. Nobody comes between Against the Grain and a party, and the partiest party of all parties is Oktoberfest. We borrowed German-style engineering to make this crisp and malty fest beer to fuel you and your closest 10,000 friends gathered under a tent for endless group hugs and group chugs.
Oktoberfest. Hoy, hoy, hoy.
Hoy, hoy, hoy.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and crack it open.
Hopefully this one doesn't spill everywhere like the...
All right, so far so good. Amber in color.
Yeah.
Seems like it's frozen a little bit.
It might be. I mean, it was in the freezer for a second.
Very mellow.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to have some bite.
It's just very beer-like.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a good beer. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. There's a slight sweetness to it.
It's not like full of hops or anything.
Mm-mm.
No, that fruity that we usually taste.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really good. This is probably the mildest of their beer that we had.
Yeah. It's definitely like the just most beer-like one of theirs.
Yeah.
I think the first one, the brown ale, has been my favorite.
Okay.
I really liked that one.
Okay. Yeah. Against the Grain, man. Y'all killing this right now, man. Check it out.
Yeah, they're 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah, I haven't had nothing bad from them. Yeah, just trying to pick up a different beer is kind of difficult because you get in there and it's just an aisle of just hundreds of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of times I don't know what to get. This episode I just went with what I knew. I was like, let me try a different Against the Grain because they haven't disappointed yet. And eventually I know we're gonna run into one that it's just gonna be unbearable.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any that we've necessarily hated. Mm-hmm. There's been some we didn't really care for. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Well, like the Bojangles hard sweet tea.
That shit was terrible.
Didn't like that one.
Oh God, that was the worst one. And that one's not a beer, but it's a liquor. Mm-hmm. Damn, Malort.
Malort was awful.
Oh my God, it was so gross.
And anybody listening, I hope you'd be proud to know we've been trying to pass it off onto as many people as we can.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that to D&D. Yeah, drink this. No, they hip.
I don't want to do that to them.
No, they hip. Yeah,
We can take it. We'll just we'll actually give them the warning and be like, "Hey, you are not gonna like this."
I'm pretty sure that they even heard of it, or they probably had it before.
Maybe, yeah.
Because those guys, they seem like a guy who probably drink Malort or had it at least once.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Well, no, let's kind of scale it back. So what you been up to, man? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Playing video games.
Okay.
Still trying to get through multiple long RPGs. Spreading my time between them has been difficult to get through them.
Okay.
And the DLC for the newest Pokemon game has started releasing.
Okay.
So I've been playing through that too. So
all right.
It's just trying to figure out how I can get through a bunch of RPGs that don't want you to ever finish them. They just want to keep going.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing a game like that right now. It just seemed like it's just endless. Started playing
Starfield?
Yeah, started playing Starfield. Actually like it a lot.
Really?
A lot. Like, you had sent me a video and, was showing me just like kind of like all the bad, like the little glitches and stuff like that. Out of the time I've been playing, I've only glitched like one time. And that's because I jumped a weird way and I got stuck in between like a wall and like a cabinet and I couldn't get out.
Okay.
That was like the only time I had to restart the game. But other than that, I like it.
I find this incredibly interesting.
Oh, man, we could talk.
Because I have also played the game.
Yes.
I found it horrendously boring.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I played it for about 5 hours total.
Okay.
And I said, this game is not worth the 140 gigabytes it's taking up on my computer. And I deleted it.
Wow.
I don't even want to go back to it.
I think because I've been playing with a group of guys and, we just been kind of dicking around. I was like, I like it. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm pretty far. I think I'm only like a level 10. But, like I dig it. Like, I don't know. You saying it's horrendous. Wow.
I shouldn't say. I don't think it's a bad game. There's a lot of stuff in the game that's well done. Like the shooting feels good.
Yeah.
The exploration feels okay. I mean, it's just running around grabbing items. The shipbuilding and it's really cool. Like they did a really good job with that.
Yes.
I don't know if you've played around with that too much.
Yes.
The shipbuilding is really cool. Somebody found an exploit that if you build a giant cube, a hollow cube, they can't hit you.
They can't hit you.
Because they only shoot towards the middle of the ship. True. That is fantastic. I love when people find stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that one too. I was like, it looks silly. But like during like star battles, they just shoot right through you. Like, you can't get hit. I was like, this guy's fucking brilliant.
It's stupid, but I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But I generally liked it, man.
I think my biggest problem with it was I didn't necessarily have high expectations for it, and it still went under my expectations for it.
Okay. I get
so
you that.
I was hoping. Have you played No Man's Sky?
Yes.
I was hoping the space travel would be somewhat like that, where you got your ship, you get in your ship, you take off, leave the planet, see where you need to go, and you fly to that planet, land on that planet.
Okay.
That's what I wanted. But instead, in this game, it's hop in your ship, hit leave the planet, it does a loading screen, you're in space, you slowly turn to find where your waypoint is, click on your waypoint, hit go to this solar system, you have a loading screen, and then you appear in the solar system in front of the planet, then you click on the planet you need to go into, you scroll around the planet and find where you need to go on the planet, you click on it, you say go to planet, and then you have a loading screen, and then you're on the planet and you can explore and play. That's
true, yeah. Can you actually fly to those planets? I don't know.
No.
Okay, so
there's invisible walls around the solar system.
Okay.
So you can get, there's like a good distance. It's not like it's compact.
Okay.
There's a good distance, but unless there's like a planet right next to each other, you can't really fly to it. You also can't fly to land on them. You have to go into that that like menu to choose.
Okay.
And the other thing I kind of don't like is you can pick anywhere on the planet that you want to land your ship. You can land there and you can explore what's there.
Right.
It's all procedurally generated. None of the maps are connected to each other. And it only so you land in a spot and it procedurally generates a cube shape area, which is pretty big. It's like 5,000 meters or something. Like, it's a big area. And then inside that area, you've got like one enemy camp, 2 like caves, and then that's it. Inside this gigantic area, it loads, and there's nothing connecting them. So you can land, if you go into the map and you say, here is the city I need to go into.
Right.
You can click 4 pixels to the left of that city and be like, I want to land here. And when you land, you're nowhere near the city. You're not connected to the city. You can't like land outside of the city and move in. So like, it's like, I just wish it was, even if it wasn't like you could explore the whole planet, I'd rather you not explore the whole planet if they just gave you some big areas that were well detailed.
I give you that. I think my thing about it, only thing I really didn't like about it is when you go into these temples and there's like this gyro of discs spinning in there, and you gotta there's no gravity in this room, and you gotta float up and you gotta hit these orbs, and you gotta keep hitting them until you get the gyro to stop, and it opens up a portal in the middle. That's the only part that's aggravating to me, because you gotta do it so many times instead of doing it just like 2 or 3 times. You're doing it like 15, 20 times. Just hitting every orb until it builds up enough power to stop the gyro.
Okay.
That's really the only part that I hate in the game. Other than that, I think it was pretty cool. The graphics on it were great, I thought so.
I thought they were just kind of okay. I didn't think they were anything great. They're not bad graphics, but I didn't think they were anything crazy. The
dialogue part, I didn't care for that, because you got to pick what scenario you want to go, and I was picking whatever because I didn't care. I'm like, just give me back to the shooting part. But I did find one gun that I love. It's a revolver. It's called I forget what it's called, Dead Shot or something like that, Blood Shot or whatever. It's a 6-shooter revolver. It's a one-hitter quitter.
Okay.
You just bust, bah, he down. Bah, he down. I'm like, damn, I like this. You only get 6 shots, so make them count.
One thing that annoyed me a little bit with it was in that very first raid that you have to do after you get the ship, and then your robot companions like, we're being attacked by these people. This is their base. We can go there and stop them. In that mission, I killed one of the guys, and there was a legendary melee weapon on that person. I pick it up. I'm like, cool. Got a legendary melee weapon. A little later down the line, I ended up dying. So it reloaded me just before I killed those guys. And when I killed him again, he didn't have that weapon.
Oh.
So the loot is randomized every time you kill somebody.
Okay.
Instead of what I assumed they would have done was you load into the level and it loads what everybody has. So I just lost that. I wasn't going to use it. The melee weapons kind of suck.
Right.
But it was like I could have sold it for I think it was like 15,000, whatever the name of the money is. And I was like, I was upset because I lost all that.
Yeah. I like my buddy, he got me to a couple of parts that I didn't even know about, because I didn't know that you can customize the ships until he told me about it. He was like, yeah, when you land on the planet, there's a guy. Go talk to him, and it takes you to a screen. Because I was wondering, like, how can you build up your ship? And when he told me that, that's when I got hip to it. I was like, okay, boom. So I started, like, putting better weapons on my ship and everything, giving more speed. Like, it's Fallout-ish type. Got to craft. You get too much stuff. You walking around and like you get fatigued real quick if you got too much stuff in your pockets. And generally, I want to pick up everything because you could make something with it,
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Like, you don't like it, so I guess we don't gotta talk about it no more. To me, it's better than Cyberpunk.
I enjoyed Cyberpunk more. Not by a whole lot, but I enjoyed Cyberpunk more.
I hated Cyberpunk.
I think I put in like 20 hours on Cyberpunk.
Give what's the name 15 more. You already deleted it though.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Well, say I like the Bethesda games. I love the Fallout series. I love the Elder Scrolls series. So I went into it hoping.
I didn't like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I hated Elder Scrolls. Hated it. But
you've only played online.
Yeah, I said
you've not played a real Elder
To be
Scrolls
fair,
game.
I didn't play Skyrim. I never played Skyrim.
Skyrim or Oblivion. Those are the ones you have to play.
Okay. I never played neither one. I played Elder Scrolls Online because my homeboy Ballistic was like, he loves those games.
Yeah.
Like you and him will be kind of on the same length of games because he loved RPGs. He loved those games where you got to grind out.
Okay.
So yeah, like you and him will be on the same type of game pattern.
Okay.
You know, I hate RPGs. I hate them.
Starfield's an RPG.
I know, but I like this one though. I skip past all the talking. I don't want to hear the talking. I don't care. You know, the persuasion part of it. You know, I don't really care about that. You know, like,
yeah.
But the shooting, just the gameplay, and I do like the customization of the starship. And you can get different starships. I like that part.
As I don't think Starfield's a bad game. It's got a bunch of good parts to it. I just didn't like how they were put together.
Not for you.
It's like if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it like 6 out of 10 for me.
I'll probably give it about the same. I'll give it about the same. It doesn't wow me, but I like it.
Yeah,
it's playable for me. You know?
Yeah, and that's kind of been the consensus of people online. Is like some people really like it. They're happy to play a Fallout in space.
Yeah.
Other people are like, this is the most boring shit I've ever played. And
it's not the most boring.
Yeah.
I've played some boring, but this is not the boring.
Anyway, let's get into our game, our cartridge club, as some of my friends call it.
I like that. Cartridge Club.
Yeah.
We should make some merch to say Cartridge
Club, yeah.
And just have the names of the games that we played on the back of the shirt. That would be kind of cool.
Because I have a friend who plays, he's been playing through some of the games as we talk about them, just so.
I like
along
that
with
guy.
us, yeah.
I don't know him, but I like him. Whoever you are, shout out to you, man.
It's you, Dan.
I like Dan. All right, so Cartridge Club today is Returnal.
Yes, Returnal on the PS5.
From the PS5. This was actually the first game I got when I got my PS5.
Oh, really?
The very first one, like when they introduced the PS5 and I saw like the previews of the games that they were coming out and I saw this, I was like, I got to have this. This is the game I want. This was the very first game that I bought.
Okay.
I had to get you on it because I think it took you like a good while to get it.
Yeah, I think you had it probably a month or two before I went and bought it because I didn't. I ended up buying it used off of that one website we're not going to say the name of.
You know, my homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy in Texas, man. Roberto, man. He always asks me, so what's that site? Shout out to Roberto, man. To
make him more upset, at the time the game was still going for $60. I got it for $20.
You did.
Yep.
You did.
Yep.
Classic.
So, but yeah, no, I saw it on there and I was like, all right, I'm getting it now. I got to get it now because I know you wanted to play it with me. So, and I'm glad you did. It's a really good game.
Yeah, it is a fun game. I enjoy it, man. Like, I still haven't beat it. Like,
it's a difficult game. So
up until you started playing with me, I couldn't get off the first level. The very first world, I couldn't beat that boss.
Yeah.
But when you got on it with me,
I think we got up to the third world.
We got pretty far.
I think we got to the boss of the third world, and we just couldn't get past that boss.
It was too confusing because it was like the platform is spinning, and you got to try to shoot him while it's spinning. This is a very difficult game to play.
Yeah, yeah.
By yourself.
It's a roguelike game, which means every time you die in the game, you get sent all the way back to the beginning and all of your progression is gone. Everything's gone. Your upgrades to your weapons, your upgrades to your suits, everything is gone.
Everything.
and you've got to start over again from scratch. And every time you go into the game, into the levels, it randomizes the things you can get. It randomizes the skills it'll give you, the weapons it gives you, the upgrades it gives you,
the levels, the beasts be in different places. When you come out of that first portal and you into that first room, it's always different.
Yeah, it's always the actual map itself is different. It's not like you can memorize what the map's layout is and try to rush your way through. It changes every single time.
Yeah. That is crazy.
That leads to, like, there's sometimes, like, we had made it to the third world there, which is difficult to do, and then we had died to the boss. Then we went to go play again, and we didn't even get past, like, the second room on the first world because it randomized so much that we ended up in, like, the second room was, like, 4 mini-bosses all together.
Yeah, like, and some of them just like, just try to get out of there, you know, but it's difficult. It's a very difficult game. It's fun as hell.
Yeah.
You know, it's very fast paced. It will piss you off though. Like you'll get so far and you'll get mad and you'll die.
If you get mad at games, this will be one of them that does it. Very
angry game. And once you die and you start over, and after you done put a couple hours in, you just like, fuck it, just turn the whole game off. Like it is but I love it. I still haven't beat it though.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to try to beat it at some point. But I did look up some stuff about it because I was kind of interested.
Okay.
This game is developed by House Marquee, which is a company that started in 1995. That's when they first came out. And they had made a few smaller games that gotten some kind of popularity. One of them was Dead Nation, and the other one was Resogun.
I think I heard of Dead Nation.
Dead Nation, that came out on the Xbox 360 and PS3.
That sounds familiar.
And it was like a top-down zombie shooter kind of thing. It was pretty popular. People liked it.
I think I might have had that. It sounds familiar. I have to see the cover.
But that was kind of the thing they did. Was it was just a bunch of small games. It wasn't anything big. Like, they were good games, but they weren't anything big. They were also a part of making one of the 35 games that was released for the Gizmondo.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. One of the 35 games made for the Gizmondo was made by these guys.
Oh, so they've been around for a minute.
Yep, 1995.
All right.
It was the game was Gizmondo Motocross 2005.
That sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible, yeah. But when they released this game, Sony was impressed by the studio and actually bought them out, acquired them. So now they're a first-party studio for Sony.
Okay.
Which that ultimately, after having played this game and enjoying it so much, and it kind of just makes me curious what they're going to do next, because now they have the backing of Sony. They have the Sony money on their side.
That money long too. Yeah, man. So Returnal, man, where you got it on your list?
I don't know. I hadn't like thought about this before. I hadn't been thinking about it beforehand. Do I want to play it or Actorizer more is where I'm sitting.
Okay.
I think I would bump Actorizer down.
All right.
But I guess it's kind of a situational thing where I don't think I'd like the game as much if I just played it by myself. It's still fun by yourself, but being able to sit there and play it with a friend, makes the game a whole lot better. So I guess, like, if playing the game as it's meant to be played, I guess, with a friend, it's second on the list. By itself, I'd put it under Actorizer.
Cathedral keep bumping this way all the way down to your last.
Yep.
Well, me, I'm going to put Returnal number 1.
Oh, yeah?
I like Returnal more than Actrisers. I like Actrisers, but I really like Returnal.
Okay.
Like, I played it by myself. I got some really good gameplay in it before me and you started playing it together. And yeah, Returnal's gonna be number 1.
Well, like I said, it's kind of conditional for me.
Yeah.
If playing it with a friend, I like Returnal more than Actorizer. By itself, I'd rather sit and play Actorizer, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, by yourself, Actorizer's a kind of good game. You just want to veg out and against the grain. Yeah, you just veg out and just kind of play. Yeah, so That's our list, y'all. For eggs, Spinks, Returnal, Act Risers, Black, Katamari, Jet Set Radio, and Cathedral. And for me, it's Returnal, Act Risers, Black, Spinks, Cathedral, Katamari, Jet Set Radio. Check it out. That's our list right there. Yeah. Any games that you want us to play or want us to talk about, please email us or
leave a comment somewhere, whether it be on Spotify or in the YouTube comment section.
Yeah. Anything is, we'll take anything right now. Just trying to get more games. I mean, we have a lot of games, but some of the games that we have, or some games that you guys might have that we don't, send us some recommendations of some games, let us broaden our horizons. We trying to broaden everybody's horizons.
Yeah, because we're trying to play games that are like, either we haven't played them before, one of us hasn't played them before, or if we have played them, it's been a really long time, and we're kind of coming back to it with new eyes, I guess.
Yeah, older eyes.
Older eyes, yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. What's our game for next podcast?
Yeah, so our next one, this is kind of different. This one's kind of different. It is a DS game, like original DS, a fully 3D first-person shooter horror game. It's called Dementium: The Ward.
Now that's interesting. This looks like it's kind of a creepy game.
It does a really good job for being a DS game. Like, I've played a bit of it. I've never beat it, but I have played a bit of it, and it's enjoyable. That's what we're playing next. Dementium: The Ward. Alrighty.
All right. Now, let's get into this drink. So, every episode, we try to drink something different. Try to broaden our palate a little bit, broaden you guys' palate a little bit, and just try something out the blue. So this one we're gonna drink Two Tigers Indian whiskey.
I like the bottle.
Yeah, we drinking that Patel. All right. This is a long story on the back, and I'm not about to read it. But this is from India. Here, check it out. Yeah, I thought it was a cool looking bottle. That's why I picked it up.
Yeah, I like the picture on it too.
And it kind of scares me too, because that label, it looks kind of janky a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this shit is either gonna go one or two ways. It's gonna fuck us up, or it's gonna be very smooth.
Yeah.
So, never had Indian whiskey before. What is the percentage on here?
43, I think I said.
43% alcohol, 86 proof. So this is from India. All right.
Let's give it a shot.
Let me go ahead and crack it open. While I'm cracking it open, go ahead and talk about our topic for today. Our next topic.
Yeah, so our topic is gaming mascots. Just like a face of whether it be a console or a company. Just something that when you see or when you think of this company, you think of this person. Like Disney. You see Disney, you think Mickey Mouse. Like that kind of thing.
Got a nice little smell to it. All right, let's go ahead and pour up some of this. All right, there you go.
All right.
Yeah. So we doing mascots today. Mascots. This one, I didn't do a lot of research today because I was stuck out on the road this week. So it was very hard for me to do research on our topic. And so this one, I'm going to bounce off of you a lot. I have mascots, but I didn't do no deep dive homework on it.
So I don't necessarily have the deep dive homework as much as just a bunch I'm thinking of, specifically on like Sony's side, because unlike Nintendo, which I'm sure you'll get into those ones,
Yeah.
Sony has jumped mascots many times.
Right. I noticed that.
Because like they started with like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and then they jumped to like Kratos. And they had Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter.
Yeah.
And then now it's like Nathan from Uncharted is one of them. Kratos is still a mascot for them. They got Astro Boy, which is that little blue and white robot thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they've jumped mascots a lot. I don't know if it's just they can't keep them or if they just get tired and don't want to release more games in those franchises.
Probably because I haven't seen a Crash Bandicoot since probably the 3.
They released one a couple years ago, Crash Bandicoot 4. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll get into that. Well, yeah, let's try these drinks.
Interesting.
That's really sweet.
Very sweet.
It almost has like the sweetness of a rum.
Actually, too sweet for me.
Really?
I might have to chase this, and I usually don't chase my liquor. Ugh.
Yeah, it's super sweet. It's like a rum.
I actually don't like it.
I'm not the biggest fan of it myself.
It's better than Malort.
Oh, I think everything we've had on this podcast, like it or not, has been better than the Malort.
Better than Malort, but I don't like it. What the fuck was I thinking?
You know, it's very sweet.
No, this is a no for me.
It's not smooth either.
No. Oh, Brita.
Oh, no. We could run it through the Brita and give it a shot. It's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it myself.
Yeah. This is number 2 we didn't like. Malort and this. I got the bottom now. I'm stuck with it too.
You run it all through the Brita.
It's gonna have to. This is no.
Yeah, because it's not smooth at all.
No, it's not. It's got a bite.
It's got a pretty strong bite for what it is. Like it's not a strong whiskey, but it's got a strong bite. It's really sweet. It's not smooth.
No.
I'm trying to find the redeeming factor.
There's no redeeming factor. Like this is terrible. Only thing good about this is the bottle.
Yeah.
You know, and to be honest with you, like I'm not trying to be a dick, you know, to this because there's probably people that really like it. It's just not my thing. I don't care for it. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's not mine either. I like a little bit of sweetness to my whiskey, but that's way too much.
I think we want to cut this. Like this is a cuttable drink. Like just to get some of that sweet down and probably take some of that bite away. I guess you have to cut this.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I tasted the whiskey at all in it. Really.
No.
Like it just tasted sweet. It doesn't have that smoky. It doesn't have that like typical whiskey flavor to it.
Yep. Nope. So 2 Tigers is what do you want to call it? Thumbs down.
Yeah, we've not really done like a what do we say about something we don't like?
I don't want to get sued, so
I don't think we'll get sued for just saying we don't like it.
Yeah, we don't like it. 2 Tigers. Y'all need to go to 1 Tiger. Oh yeah, so back on track, man. Like we ain't about to talk about that. Back on track. So yeah, Sony had a lot.
Sony's gone through a lot, and I know specifically with Crash and Spyro, the problem was Sony never owned those IPs. They were owned by Universal Interactive.
Okay.
And they ended up selling those IPs off to other companies.
Okay.
And those companies they saw Crash and they saw Spyro, and they were like, these are big titles. People like these are big names. We should make it multi-platform. And once your mascot is showing up on Xbox, it's not your mascot anymore, you know? So they were kind of forced to go the other way. Because Naughty Dog and Insomniac, the people who made those two, they made those games, but like I said, they were through Universal Interactive, and then Sony bought them out, but they couldn't bring those IPs with them. So that's when Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank came about. Those were both made by Naughty Dog and Insomniac, which then became the PlayStation 2's mascots. Another little mascot I kind of wanted to talk about, I guess two of them, early in the PS1's life, and you might not be happy to know this, Parappa the Rappa was a mascot.
I think I kindly remember that.
He was an early mascot for PlayStation.
I kind of remember that he was a rapper when they was pushing the PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Or that early 2000s, late 90s. I kind of remember that.
Mm-hmm. And then there was one specific mascot that was mostly on the PS1, but it was kind of a mascot for PlayStation for a little bit, but only in Japan. It was a weird-looking cartoon white cat. And if you're watching the video, I'll put a picture of it up. I'll pull up a picture for you, actually.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, so that was one of their earliest mascots.
Okay.
And that was just like a very specific for Japan mascot, though. That didn't really leave.
Yeah, I've seen that before, but I didn't get the origin of it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he was around for a little while.
Okay. I can't remember where I seen it or when I seen it, but I remember seeing that cat before.
You probably saw like a Japanese box for a PlayStation 1 or something, and I'm pretty sure he was on there. Mm-hmm. And that's probably how you saw him.
I think that's probably exactly where I seen it at. So that's PlayStation 4. Xbox, man. Mm-hmm. Master Chief.
That's pretty much the only one they got now.
Yeah, that's it. Master Chief. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Xbox hasn't wowed me in a long time. Mm-hmm. You know, only reason I really have an Xbox is because all my friends have Xboxes. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's what we play on mostly. But Master Chief, just... I really don't have much to say about Master Chief. I mean, he's just a...
he's a dude in a suit of armor.
That's it.
It's a cool looking suit of armor.
Yeah, it's cool. But, I mean, at the time when Halo games were real popular, I mean, it was a good game. Mm-hmm. It was a very good game. I think the last one I played might have been on the not the 360. It was on the one. I think that was Halo 5.
Okay.
That was the last one I played, and I mean, it was fine, you know, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't played a Halo since the 360.
Oh,
I didn't play any of the ones on one.
Yeah.
I didn't play any of the new. I didn't play the newest one, Infinite.
No, I didn't even play it. I
did play. They did like a port of the. It was like the first 3 games, ODST and 4. Mm-hmm. And maybe Reach was the first game, was it? No, Reach wasn't. I don't know my Halo too well. But there was like 5 games they ported. The games are good because they're old Halo. Old Halo's fun.
Right.
But they did like full revamp of the graphics. Mm-hmm. And the new modern graphics, while looking sharper and having more detail, lost a lot of what, like, the atmosphere. It's like in the old Halos, you would go into these ships and it's dark and there's the grunts and the other aliens all around you, and you're having a hard time seeing, and you're trying to find where they're at.
Right.
And then you like click the switch that makes it the new graphics, and everything's bright and you can see the whole room, and it's like the details, it looks more realistic. Mm-hmm. But you lose a lot of that atmosphere.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that, I don't know, I thought that was kind of a weak mascot, you know. Mm-hmm. I think Xbox has better mascots they could have chose from.
Oh yeah.
Like way better. But I guess that was kind of just like a lazy mascot. Like, this is probably our most popular game. Mm-hmm. Let's put him as the mascot of our brand.
And that's exactly what it was, is he was their biggest franchise. Right. So you put him on the boxes because people know Halo. And I get that. I do understand it. But there is a bunch of other characters that Xbox had, which at this point, they've just not even been touching those franchises. And they could have competed there was a bunch of like, if you wanted to fight Sony was using their cartoony platformer mascots. And while you may not be a fan of platformers, those cartoony characters are eye-catching. Like, they're bright colored, they're cartoony. You see them out of the corner of your eye, they're like, what's that? Mm-hmm. Xbox had those. Xbox had, like, Voodoo Vince and Blinks the Time Sweeper and stuff like that. They were good characters.
Right.
They were good games.
Right.
They could have made them, you know, a mascot, but they said, here's this dark navy green camo guy. Not camo, but... You know, dude in a suit of armor. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the Xbox, man. I don't really want to stay on that one. But I guess for Nintendo, I think they would have 2 mascots, I would say. Yeah, they have 2, I'd say, are like their main.
Yeah, Mario and Pokemon.
Oh, I wouldn't even say Pokemon. I'd say Zelda.
Zelda? Mm-hmm. I'll give you that. But I'd say Pokemon.
Link specifically.
Yeah, nobody cares about Zelda.
Yeah, no one cares about Zelda herself. But.
Yeah. They should just call it just Link, but it's just Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Mario. Everybody knows Mario, the beloved plumber.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic movie. I actually really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, that was actually a really good movie.
It was really good. Well made. The storyline was great. Yeah, Mario, man. Like, he's been around for a long time.
He's been around a long while, yeah.
I would say he was on Atari too, wasn't he? Like the original Donkey Kong?
Original Donkey Kong, I believe, did have a port to Atari, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's been around for a minute.
That was back when he was called Jumpman.
Yeah, it was Jumpman. I forgot about Jumpman, yeah. But then he graduated to Mario.
He got himself a name.
Yeah. It's me, Mario. But yeah, so yeah, Link, yeah, I'll give him Link.
I'd say Link over Pokemon, just because Pokemon is a huge franchise.
Yeah. And
you can only play it on Nintendo.
Right.
But that's as far as like the real Nintendo connection with Pokemon goes. They definitely do use it for some advertising because it's a big recognizable franchise.
Yeah.
But Nintendo doesn't actually own Pokemon. It's Game Freak and the Pokemon Company.
Okay.
The Pokemon Company is the main that owns it. Nintendo has a large stake in like their shares, and they own, I think it's like 40% of it. It's something like that. They don't actually
own it.
Own
the majority
Pokemon.
share of it. Okay.
And so I think Link and Mario are like the 2. When I think Nintendo, I think Link and Mario.
Okay. Well, I see. When I think Nintendo, I think of all 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, out of all the games that Nintendo has bought out, Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon has been like their biggest platforms.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's definitely true.
I mean, even they made like systems around Pokemon. A Pokemon 64. I think they did a Pokemon GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's definitely there. I think they only did like one Zelda system, and that was for the Wii U, I want to say.
They did one on the Wii U. I want to say there was one for the N64, which was like a golden colored one with the...
You might be right.
With the Triforce on it somewhere.
You might be right. I'm not 100% on that. You might be right. But I don't think they ever did a Mario one. Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think they did anything really Mario until the Switch. Which there's a Mario Switch, but that's just Joy-Cons that are Mario themed.
Right. And they did a Zelda Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
They did a lot of Zelda themed handhelds though.
They did.
Yeah.
I know they did the 3. There
was a couple 3DSs, a couple DSs, a few Game Boy Advances.
Yeah, that they did. You're right. Last one, I'll say Bonk Adventure.
Off the top of my head, I don't know Bonk.
All right, so Bonk was the TurboGrafx 16's mascot. He was this caveman, had a gigantic head. I
vaguely think I know Bonk.
Very little body.
Yeah.
Gigantic head.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just headbutt you.
Mm-hmm.
Headbutt rocks, headbutt dinosaurs. Like, Bonk was huge in like the early 90s. I'm talking about huge. He was all over. And that was the time of the 16-bit wars. So, NES, Mario, Genesis, Sonic, TurboGrafx-16, Bonk. He was a funny looking character. It was a fun game for the time. I would like to actually try to get it. I haven't played it in a long time.
Okay.
But it's a very fun game. It was a 2D platform.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. Like, you would enjoy it.
So you brought up Sonic there, and that kind of reminded me of an interesting one with Sega, because for the Master System, Alex Kidd was their mascot.
That's true.
And they just dropped Alex Kidd off the face of the earth to move to Sonic when Genesis came out.
Yeah.
Which I get it. Sonic was a big franchise, and like that was
way more.
Yeah, Sonic was cool. Sonic was fast, you know? But like they just dropped Alex Kidd.
I forgot all about Alex Kidd until you just said it. Yeah. That is funny how that just worked. I guess when the Genesis came out, Sonic was like that was their guy, because it came with Ultra Beast. That really wasn't the brand of the company, but Sonic came out. It was colorful, it was fast, it just was blowing everything out the water. So yeah, Sonic, I could see why they went with Sonic instead of Alex Kidd, because he was more a likable character.
He was a more interesting character.
Yeah.
Because Alex Kidd was just kind of a guy.
Yeah.
And they were trying to compete with Mario. You can't just have a guy. You got to have something cool.
Right.
And Sonic is still their mascot. Like, he's still the face of Sega.
Yeah, he still is, man. Like, I haven't played the new one yet. Did you play the last one that came out?
Forces, was it?
I
think it was Force. No, it was... Either way, I did play it. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head now. Okay. It was like the weird, it was like open area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play it. It's actually pretty fun.
I didn't play it.
It's not like the greatest game in the world. I think I got about halfway through it and I was like, yeah, I've had my fill of Sonic. But like, I didn't leave the game being like, this is a shit game, I'm never playing it again. It was just kind of like, yeah, I played like 10 hours and I was like, yeah, I've had my Sonic quota filled. Like
Sonic quota.
I've had enough of Sonic, basically.
I feel you.
There was some fun stuff in there. I was playing it, and you get to the first boss fight in the game, and there's just like this guitar solo that starts playing, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then it like kicks in, and it's just like full on. So gross. It kicks in, and it's full on like late 2000s screamo metal, and I was just what is going on here?
to be fair, I don't really know what screamo means. Is that just when you're just screaming into the mic?
That's like the higher pitched screaming, not the like deep guttural. That's like the.
All right, come on, you got to show me.
I can't do screaming.
Like Linkin Park or no?
Yeah, something like where Chester would do when he was screaming.
Okay, I get you.
That's the more screaming. Yeah,
it's not that godly.
It's not what was it? Death Apocalypse or whatever was on cartoon.
I actually like that cartoon.
Yeah, it's not that stuff.
I really like that cartoon.
I'll play you one of the songs because it caught me off guard, because it's like you go into this battle and the whole game before this is either like typical like whimsical Sonic music,
right?
Or when you're running around the overworld, it's like very atmospheric. Like you hear the nature around you, whatever's going on in the level, you kind of hear. And then all of a sudden, you just get into this boss fight, and it's just screamo metal.
But to be real though, Sonic had the best music.
Sonic had really good music.
Like, I don't know what level that was. It was one of those mechanical levels. It might have been like World 3 or something like that, and it looked like you're like in this factory. The beat for that level was so hard. Like, to this day, if I'm playing it and I hear it, and I was sitting there just bobbing my head like, okay, I love that beat. I don't know what it is, but that is the coldest beat out of that. Anybody who plays Sonic the Hedgehog, that whatever that factory building level is, that's the coldest beat in the world of video games. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody should Timberland, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, y'all should take that beat and rap over it, because that is a cold beat.
I remember a song in Sonic Adventure 2, the very first opening level. You like jump out of a helicopter and it's like exploding because Sonic's cool and all that. And like there's a piece of shrapnel flying through the air and you hop on the shrapnel and all of a sudden you're like using it like a snowboard skating down this city.
I ain't seen that.
And there's a song called Escape the City going on, and it's like early 2000s pop rock kind of thing, but it's like really catchy.
Oh man.
But it's like a really good song.
The last Sonic the Hedgehog that I played was for the Dreamcast.
So that would have been Adventure 1, the first adventure game?
Probably.
Yeah.
And I just remember when you was running, and it was like on this beach or something like that, and you was running like on this little platform, and you had like the killer whale jumping over you. Yeah, I thought that was dope. That was a cold game.
Yeah, that was Sonic Adventure. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really trying to finish this.
I'm not.
But
I haven't touched it. I'll be honest.
It's so gross. Like, I'm still gonna post, and I'm gonna tag him in it. Just to be a dick, but
just to be a dick.
Please don't sue us. We're poor. Like, some people might like it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, if you like sweet whiskey that's not smooth, yeah. It's all you.
Oh, man. Like, it don't even get no better. I thought maybe that first initial bite.
Yeah.
It doesn't get no better.
No, I took about 3 drinks of it, and I just said, yeah, this isn't for me, and I stopped. It's been sitting beside me. I've not been drinking it.
Oh, my God. Shit, we ain't got none of that Mad Dog to wash it out with.
No.
Hey, shoot.
I can get some of that Shin whiskey for you.
Nah, man. That might just kill it. Yeah, man. So, Sonic, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. There's a ton more mascots out there, but...
Yeah, it's a bunch. Like, there's some that I didn't even know was a mascot. Mm-hmm. You know, of course, everybody know Pac-Man, Atari. Mm-hmm. Actually, that wasn't Atari. It was another one for
That's
Atari.
Namco.
Yeah, Namco. You know, Captain Commando. Well, they say Yoshi, but that's... I don't know.
It's another Nintendo one, but...
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Nintendo has a lot of mascots.
Right. Mega Man and...
Oh, yeah, Mega Man's Capcom's.
Yeah, Capcom.
Then, like, you can get into, like, game-specific mascots if you wanted to and go in, like, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Which like, what's his name?
Ryu?
Ryu, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can get into very specific if you wanted to.
Yeah. It's a lot of mascots out there, and a lot of them are kind of fun. Only one I really don't care for is Master Chief. I think they could have did something better.
Yeah, and like I said, they had options to do something better, too, if they really wanted to, but...
Oh, before we go, what do you think of the price tag for the Grand GTA 6?
What is it?
$150.
Is that confirmed?
That's what they saying.
I don't think that's going to be...
That's what they saying.
I highly doubt that.
Everywhere saying the price tag is going to be $150.
I highly doubt that. They're not gonna sell many copies if that's the case. If they want to have another one of the greatest, highest sold games of all time,
I'm buying that shit.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be people who will buy it. I'm not gonna be one of them. Me. But like,
it's me.
Yeah, I'm not buying it for that. But
I don't know what it's coming with, but everybody, like, for the past 2-3 weeks, that's all I've been seeing is $150 price tag.
I'm gonna pirate it.
That's not right.
$150. I'm pirating it.
Come on, it's for the collection. Oh, that shit don't even
$150. I can buy a rare game that not many people have heard of. That's gonna continue to go up in value. Or I can buy a game that's immediately gonna diminish in value. Be a good game, but people are going to continue buying it, and it's going to be like right now you could buy Grand Theft Auto 5 for $10.
But that's because it's still new. 15, 20.
Gran Turismo 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is not new. That game is 12 years old.
Is it that long?
It came out, what, 2013? 2012, 2013?
Because I've been here almost 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Damn, is that fucking long?
Yeah, it came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360.
It did. Oh, shit.
There's kids playing that game younger than that game.
You're absolutely right. That game is old. Still, I fucking love it.
It's a good game.
That's
It is a
fucking
good
fun
game.
You can get lost in that for hours.
Oh yeah.
But
If it does come out to be $150, I am not buying it.
I ain't gonna lie. This is day one for me. That's a day one.
Yeah.
That's a day one. There ain't too many day ones out here. I probably only got a handful.
Mm-hmm.
God of War, Zelda, GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a handful of day one games for me too.
Let me guess. Final Fantasy,
Yes.
Pokemon.
Yes.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Starts with an R.
Ratchet and Clank.
Correct. Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. I gotta sit there like I know it's another one. But
That outside of that, there's a lot of games I do buy day one because I want to play them, but
Right.
those are like the three that it's like, I'm buying this day one.
Yeah.
I'm taking the day off work or something, kind of buying
Facts.
a day one. Yeah.
day off of work, clear my schedule.
Uh-huh.
I ain't going nowhere. Don't ask me. It better be raining titties or something. And even then, I might not go outside. But yeah, man. So that's our time. Any final words, sir?
Not paying $150 for a fucking game.
Okay, I get that. And I'm never buying this shit again. I should have went with the first one. It was a way cooler bottle. So anyway, that's it. That's our time. I'm LSD.
Nah, I'm Eggs.
Peace.
See ya.